Monday, 11/19, 51 seconds, the year 2023, 8th month, August 20. Looks like 28th day. 28th day. Anyway, these are offshoot ideas from T'Pow, the cowgirl. T'Pow, the cowgirl. T'Pow, the cowgirl. Okay, this is T'Pow, the cowgirl right here. One, 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 one. 4, 4, 4. 1. Then the Michael Jackson beat. This is the key, the D key. D is the 5th note in the G key. So, the song is being customized. Adding a few cuss words with the song. Some custom words and some custom chords. Cuss words in the chord. Cuss words in the chord. Cuss words in the chord. We don't use cuss words in the court. We don't use cuss words in the court. Don't use cuss words with the court. We don't use cuss words. We don't customize mine. We don't customize in the courtroom. Don't customize. Living in a fantasy. Living for the love to grow. Living in a fantasy. So don't you make me beg for more. come easy. And love ain't on time. Love don't come easy. And love ain't on time. Love don't come easy. Yes, it down. And love ain't on time. So these are arpeggios. Arpeggios turning the pages. Looky here. This is a 1, a 7, and a 2 arpeggio. 1, 7, 2 arpeggio. That's awkward, but it sounds so pleasant. A 1, 7, 2. That's this. The 7 is played first. Here's the 7. Then the 1. And then the 2. 7. 7 is a high 7. 7. It's an octave 7. It's a stop sign 7. Octave. 7. And then the low 1. There it is. And then this one. Then back to the 7, 7, 1, 2. Here's a 7, 1, 2 if everything's played at the same octave. There's everything going down. The other arpeggios. So that's a 7-1-2, and then 6-7-1, then 5-6-7. Living in a big dream, living in a fantasy. And don't you make me clean. Living in a fantasy, living in a big dream, living in a fantasy. And don't you ever make me clean. Bit of heart and soul. Don't do 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 yeah, the 7-1-2 arpeggio, right here. Except that the 1 and the 2 notes are played 1 octave lower. 1 octave lower. 1 octave lower. And then there's the 6-7-1. The 6-7-4. Look at that. The 6-7-4 sounds like the 6-7-1. But it's the 6-7-4, which would be. That's the 5, the 4, the 1. It don't come easy. Cause it don't come It don't come easy. Oh, it's a surprise. It don't come easy. Don't arrive. It don't come easy. No. It don't arrive. Don't come easy. And it don't arrive. So there's an arpeggio to play on the 1. There's the 4. And there's a 5 arpeggio. Except these are not pure arpeggios. These are tainted arpeggios. They're tainted. The pages touched Look at that universal principle. These are not pure arpeggios. They've been customized. Cuss words in the courtroom. Ooh, there's a natural law principle. The pages. That's fine. Ooh, that note right there. That was mistake showing up in the pages, the courtroom. Mistake. Mistake, could you please come to aisle 9, please? I shall never cry, 'cause I to the other side, I shall never cry, 'cause I to the other side, I shall never cry when the song is playing. I shall never cry, shall never sing. I shall never cry, shall never sing. I shall never cry. I shall never cry. Six, 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 1, 2, 3, 6. Here's the Michael Jackson Beat It #1. Actually, this is #5 with a 2 and 3. I'm feeling sick. I shall never, I shall clever, and I shall never die and live forever. I shall not ever be disgraced, 'cause I'm so clever. Dun, dun, out on the street. I shall never I shall program what I can't give. A letter lovely, 'cause I can't live. I'm sick and tired of being told. I've written a letter. I feel so old. I brought a rhythm. It's shoving fast. I'm getting tired now, baby. I shall not last. Ah, yeah. Is B is 3 and C is 4. G1 F sharp 7 in E. I feel so sick. I need 3, but 4 the one. 7 also the 5. I feel so sick. I shall take 3 and wash down this burden. I don't feel free. I called to heaven. But listen, baby, there ain't no rhyme there, dun, 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 'cause the mood had switched. With the phone ringing, the muscles twitched, automatic impulse, dun, 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 been programmed with, dun, dun, like Pavlov's doggy. I was trained to jizz, dun, 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 in the magic moment, dun, 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 at the stop sign rose, and the bulldozer, dun, 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 the fire grows, dun, 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 and the Portland singing, dun, 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 and the fishes came, dun, 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 and the music changes, dun, 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 could a miracle came, dun, 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 I see a stop sign. in fate so divine. This is stories changes, morphing into pleasure is wonder what this changes bring as this affidavit sings in the background holds a chord affidavit swims some more. Up to the fight, back to the dark fivefold, baby. Some more with the two balls while the doctors change the gist. The doctors the doctors change, and the mother down to the floor. Then all of a sudden out of nowhere, it don't come easy. It's not in hand. come easy. Little bit of hot and soul, little bit of love. It don't come. It keeps on coming. As I hold this note right here, long Sheriff? Sheriff? Don't come easy, it does not grow easy, it don't come easy, it does not. It don't come so easy, it don't come so easy. When the sheriff the sheriff comes to play, when the sheriff comes to play, when the sheriff comes to play, the sheriff knows, sheriff say, 'cause the sheriff knows and the sheriff say, and the sheriff knows and the sheriff say, and the sheriffs know and the sheriff say, and the sheriff knows and the sheriff say, when he knows and he like turns and prays, when he's turned and the key light turns and prays. These are all boy district courts. The 4th District Court, the 5th District Court, the 1st District Court. They are all boy courts. court. Girls long with flavor, boys caught in the court. Tomorrow starts with a waiver, and boys caught in a court with instruments, Geneva, and boys caught in a chord, Geneva accords. The chords are playing with financial instruments, and the sheriff is ripping as he smells with his scent. The shores are banking while the banking plays, and the girls are waving as the titties slave. I remember instruments in time, and I had to swallow spit in vine, and I remember banking with the song while King David brought it on us all until the blood stopped running and the sun started sailing until the king had cornered in the land, and the girl reached out from the van, and she brought forth the fire hose, and she ground the night until the close, and something big spread across the land and shot across the big thank you man. The king represents bloodshed. King David was not allowed King David was not allowed. King David had no sailing. The king rides across the land But the queen brings the child back to the dock where the sailors love to load across the sea, and the waters start to flow, and the land, it seems to disappear until the ship is sunk like a queer, and the dragon's breath can't be felt at the bottom of the sea. He knelt and kissed the ground that he once walked upon, now covered with the wet, wet song. This is the 54 one. Five and four is 9. 54 on the water, girl, at the 9th District Court, the girl. 54 is 9, it's a sign. The water girl when the 9 reaches time, 'cause it's a 2 and a girl she loves to breathe. All the squirt that the Savior needs, and at the top when the pump begins to roll out the hose that look for donut souls. soul. Need a little bit of heart and soul. Need a little bit of heart and soul. Bit of heart and soul, need a little bit of love to ground, need a little heart and I know you make me fight for more. Need a little heart and soul, need a little bit of love to grow, need a little bit of heart and don't you make me fight for more. Need a little bit of heart, 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 heart. Heart, 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 baby, 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 heart, 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 baby. Mistake 5 is coming in aisle 9. Ooh, mistake. Wow, look at the pool set. Easy, baby. E-A-I-U. Look at these fingers.
Look out!
I said, look out.
Yeah. That's what I told Rick. I told him in the office. I showed him the cut off fingertips, and I told him, I said, this is going to be a lot of money. And he said, I hear you. It's going to be a lot of money. That's what I told him. That's Rick McDougal. He owns half of Jasper, where Natron Wood Products at. When these fingertips got cut off, I showed him, right? I made sure he saw them too in the office. I showed him too. As soon as he walked in the door, I went right up to him and showed him. I said, this is going to be a lot of money. He said, I hear you. But, you know, it's all just speculation, though. It's all speculation. That's why I always say, you know, I just observe and just watch what happens. I just like to be with the energy. I could speculate till I'm blue in the face, but what happens is what happens. And when it's happened, it's obvious that it's happened. Now it's no more speculating. Anyway, so this is the pool here. And I also told Rick's partner, which is Ron. I told Ron. I said I'll let you know what the doctor says, and I said I know a doctor that knows how to grow these fingers back, you know, and he's gonna want a whole lot of money. The doctor's gonna want a whole lot of money to put these fingers back to where they were originally, you know. The doctor, that's what I told. That was Rick McDougal's partner, Ron. It's Ron that knows how to run the business, and it's McDougal that's the banker. Okay, so Ron is the one that knows how to you know, set things up so that, you know. But Ron has to have money in order to set things up. So Rick is the banker, And Ron is the manager. He's the one that manages things. Because he doesn't manage there no more, because I talked to Ron. He said he ain't Rick's partner no more. Ron is not Rick's partner anymore. Ah. Legally now. Legally. But Ron told me, he said, I talked to him, Ron told me, he says, yeah, but Rick buys me things though. He says, Rick buys me things. So, you know, legally there's no partnership, but lawfully, Rick just buys him stuff. Gifts, they're considered gifts. In other words, there's an understanding between friends. There's an understanding between friends. Which when I see these fingers right here that were chopped off, I told them, I said, the doctor knows how to put them back the way they were. And I told Ron, I said, I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you on that. It doesn't mean that I was, you know, traditionally bound to traditional ways to getting back to him, because there's all kinds of ways to communicate to Ron. I can communicate to him right here just by opening the mouth and saying things into the air. The communication goes into the universal airwaves and it gets right into Ron's conscience. In other words, you know, word gets around town. In other words, you know, what I'm saying is that the doctor knows how to put these fingers back the way they originally were, because it's the doctor that runs the economy that told President Trump to shut the economy down. And it's the doctor that helps the mother to volunteer her signature over to assume limited liability jurisdiction over that child, over the child in the hospital. I was a child in the hospital. So, you know, and legally, these fingers were stolen at the hospital. Although they didn't get cut off till years later, they were already predestined to be stolen. They were already stolen. They might have looked like, the fingertips might have looked like they were full and fluff and wow, look like that, but they were actually stolen 52 years ago, or 51 years ago, you know, or 50 or whatever, 53 or 55 years ago, or whatever the fuck. Legally speaking, 55 years ago, these fingertips were already stolen. Everything from me was stolen. Everything. So I told Ron, partner with Rick McDougal, who legally owns the quiet half of Jasper, the quiet half, not quiet half. It's the not quiet half. That's what Woofy the Woodsman told me. Woofy the Woodsman. That's Zion. Zion, he runs all the big cats for the logging division. And he answers directly to Rick McDougal. That's Zion. He runs all the big cats for the logging division. He runs the logging division. Zion. I called him Woofy. Because I couldn't remember what his name was. I was just guessing where the fuck it was. And I was talking to Rick in the office. I'm sitting at the desk across from him. You know, I'm wanting to let him know what's going on with the situation. You know, I'm curious and all that shit, and you know, and then the conversation got interrupted because the manager showed up and he wanted to talk to me and stuff like that. So I never finished the conversation with Rick. But I would have got around to it eventually, you know. His brother's name is Zion, Mount Zion. You know, because when I was let go, when I was laid off, I was given the opportunity to sign over any lien positions that I hold or advance. I was given the opportunity to sign a cancellation. I was given the option from Rick McDougal, who answers to his attorney, and his attorney was the one who wrote the contract up. And it was all in, you know, it's all in good faith though, because this is what happens in the legal world. If they don't want to share information to the public, they put a gag order on everybody. They have everybody sign a gag order and say, if you agree not to tell everybody all my secrets, I'll be sure to give you all the money you want. It's called the payoff in the military. Those who work in Area 51, they're told that they'll get all the money they want as long as they sign the gag order and say that they ain't going to tell no one any of the secret proprietary information, what's going on with the doctor's office, the assumed jurisdiction, what's going on in the Vatican. That's how the system functions. Everything's a gag order. In other words, expression has been stolen through the hospital. To speak up what's going on was stolen through the hospital. That's the same Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx, who are allegiances to the Vatican, that told President Trump, and it would have been any other president, they would have told him, you need to do what I tell you to do, or else I'm going to remove your ass from office. And President Trump, of course, he understands what's going on in the chain of command. And he told everyone in the public, he says, I have to do what the doctor told me to do. I'm under doctor's orders. He said, shut it down. So I told Ron, who's Rick McDougal's partner at Natron Wood Products that I was writing at, said, I'll let him know what the doctor has to say. Because I'm in email correspondence with the doctor who said that he can restore these fingers. In other words, he can give me back everything that he stole from me, as long as I maintain holding the lien position affidavit that I hold in advance, and I don't sign it away and give it up to a gag order. Only then shall he give it back to me. Only then shall he restore or everything that he stole from me. Everything. When I was born in a legal hospital, I was legally stolen from. Everything. The soul was stolen, all expression, everything. I wasn't allowed to, that was the contract. I was not allowed. So the mother that raised me made sure that I was put in a room and shut up and not let outside to go socialize with all the rest of the people. I was put in prison. Everything was stolen from me. So, well, once I learned the system, what's going on with the system, now I can speak the system's language that those who run the system understand. There's a certain language that they speak, like Russian, Chinese, English, Spanish. Well, there's also the private maritime law system. It's a language. I learned how to speak the Vatican language. ET phone home, extraterrestrial, the universal language. I learned how to speak the universal language. So the Vatican had to test me in order to give me back everything they stole from me, which was a good thing too, but not all bad. They had to test me. Yeah. They wanted to see if I was going to sell my soul for rock and roll. They wanted to see if I was going to sell my soul. In other words, to see if I was going to not to not express the girl energy. He wanted to see if he could keep the girl energy, the universal girl energy. The king always has to test the girl all the time, to see if he can get the girl to do what she's told. In other words, to keep the girl from growing up. And only a girl that grows up knows that, she doesn't have to do what she's told. It's equal. Equal. It's equal. The power is equal. The energy is equal. It isn't Father, Son, Holy Spirit rules all the time. There's also the mother, daughter, and the soul. Equal. It's not going to be Father, Son, Holy Spirit forever unless the girl never passes the test. The test. Everything's a test. It's the ultimate universal test. Well, yeah. In other words, I see what the ultimate universal test is. I see it. So, So the king tried as hard as he could to put me in a position. Well, I got put in a position. I was forced into it. And that's not a bad thing. To be forced into something is not a bad thing. But to stay under the control of the force, the dark side, it's not just the dark side, it's the stuck in the mud on the abusive dark side. To stay in that circle, that rat wheel, to be caught up under that rat wheel forever. That's basically when it's all over. But still, even at that, it's still not all over. Although the predominant religious story says that it's all over. They say, once you go to hell, you ain't getting out. But when I observed and I examined what's going on, no, there's always an opportunity to get out of hell. Always. Always. It's whenever it's up to the living organism when they want out. It's up to the living organism when they want out. When the living organism wants out, it's up to the living. And this gets all into the self-independence, revelation, self-independence, self-experience, to know, gnosis, knowledge, to know something. But if one wants to remain and think that, there's no way out of hell, well, then there's no way out of hell for them. For one, if that's the way they want to think. They think, I'm forever going to be in hell, tortured, in pain and suffering, never ending, then, hey. Yeah. But when I say it that way, it's kind of like, inclusive. But if more proper would be to say, if I wanted to believe that, I had plenty ample opportunity to believe, to stay under the heaven and hell story that I was locked under for 30 years. I had ample opportunity. In fact, I remember quite distinctly the day I was in the backyard here, and kind of with tears in the eyes, not many tears, but that feeling of tears, it overwhelmed me. I thought, oh my God, I have to question you, God, who I thought was the most wonderful thing, and all that shit. Now I have to question you as though you don't exist. You're a fucking story. Oh my fucking God. Yeah, that was a conscious effort to come out from that heaven and hell story. Yeah. Conscious effort. A conscious effort. And then they have to live day after day after day with it. Oh my God, am I on the right path? Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh my God. I might be going to hell now. Oh my God. And the fear, Oh my fucking God. To overcome all that shit. To overcome that shit. But, you know, there are some living organizations, they never have to overcome that shit. They don't believe it right out of the gate from day one. They don't buy into it right out of the gate from day one. They don't buy into it. I'm just saying, for me, that's the way it was for me. Yeah. You know, and it all ties into the maritime system, how the system functions. You know, maritime system. But, you know, it's really not maritime system. I see it from a larger perspective. It's just the existing system, the system that exists, the atmosphere that exists. You know, I look around and I think, oh, you know, God, I sure am curious what this atmosphere is. So I started looking into things. I started digging, like, God, what the, you know, I started digging into it, you know. The old famous saying on the street is, you know, I started questioning everything. Question every fucking thing. All of a sudden I started questioning every fucking thing. Everything. Question everything. Started questioning everything. Yeah. Da 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 da. Started questioning everything. And then the more I questioned it, the more I examined it more. The more I examined it more, I realized, oh my God, look what it says right here. Look what it says right here in the Bible. Look what it says. The predominant theme of the whole Bible. What's it say? It says, girls, submit to the men. And men, be sure you keep them children in order. In other words, submitted also. Keep the girls submitted and keep the children submitted. And it's all about Father, Son, Holy Spirit. And there is no celebration for the mother, daughter, and the soul. It's all Father, Son, Spirit. And the word spirit is thought power. Because that's the predominant theme throughout society. If you can think it, you can build it. It's mind over matter. Yeah. I heard it all my life, but I never saw it for what it really was. Mind over matter. That's martial arts. If you can think it, you can put your hand right through it. See that board right there? Think on it. I'm going to break that board. Kick it right over. It might be 9 inches thick. Split it right in half because it's mind over matter. Well, that's the same thing as men in control. It's thought power. That's what spirit is. That's what I figured out's going on. It's all hidden with the language. It's all the same thing, but through history it's all been painted and called different things. So that it's hidden, buried, so it can't be found out for what it really is. But it's hidden on purpose because only those those that are digging and want to figure stuff out, they're going to locate what's going on. They're going to figure it out. The system is built like that on purpose. The only way to learn anything is when I started digging. I had to dig. Be conscious with it and then remember it. I'd forget about it for a while and then get back to it. That way I could start to see stuff when it started morphing from different words. Something was called something different, and then I'd question it. I'd feel like, oh my God, I'm on the wrong path because here's a new word, and oh my God. Then when I started digging into the new word, I said, oh my God, this is still the same thing called something else. Yeah, it's still the same thing. It's called something else. So the new name that's assigned to the same thing, the new name is a disguise. That's how things morph. That's the morphine. That's the universal morphine. There's principles in how things morph like that. It's given a new name, so it must be something different. That's how the whole corporation functions. Okay. If a corporation gets brought into the court, and the court says, "Oh, you did something wrong." Okay, and then the owner to the corporation is given a slap on the wrist. And so all the owner does is he changes the corporate name, moves to a different state or a different county or somewhere down the street, somewhere different where nobody knows who he was, what he did, and he sets up the same shop under a different corporate name. It's still the same thing, though it looks like it morphed into something else. He'll change all the names of the products. He'll give all the products some new interpretations. He'll even paint the products a different color and shit like that. But inside the product is still going to be at the foundation is going to be the same poison. The same poison. That's morphine. Morphine. Okay. Someone that's on hospice at home. I found this straight out with mother. First thing they did when they brought her home from hospice was made sure she was on morphine. Made sure that she was going to morph. Morphine. All right. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's all the same thing, but it's going to morph into something different. It's going to morph into something different. To morph. Like if I wanted to, I could morph into a tree if I wanted to. And I could morph into a tree as fast as I want, as quick as I want, instantly. Or I could morph into a tree over a period of centuries and years. Now, as it is right now, I can't morph into a tree instantly right now. But I know the capacity is there. Once I looked into things, I said, now I see. Now I just have to figure out and wait or whatever. I have to figure it out. I have to start digging, uncover stuff and shit like that. Find all the technology, locate the technology, because there's all kinds of technology being hidden from me that I know exists. I got a real gut feeling, all kinds of shit. Okay, this includes extraterrestrials, aliens, militaries, governments, all kinds of shit. Area 51s, all the non-disclosure contracts, the gag orders. There's whistleblowers and all kinds of shit and stuff like that. Some of them are, figure out ways to get out and all that shit. There's all kinds of stuff being hid. The knowledge to be able to morph into a tree instantly if I want to. Poof! Just like that. Or anything else. I can morph into a dog, a cat, a car, telephone pole, air, a planet, sky, anything I wanted. A tire. I could be a grain on this piece of dirt on this plant right here if I wanted to morph into a piece of dirt in a plant. Yeah. But that's just for me to know. It doesn't matter if anyone else knows it. The only concern is me. That's what I call minding my business. It's minding my business. I don't have to be concerned with other people's business. Now, I have to be concerned that they understand what I know and see what I see. I don't have to stick my nose in other people's business. Just need to be concerned with what I know. But at the same time, the girl energy gets to express what she knows. But that's where the boy energy comes along and says, oh, no, you don't. Oh, no. You don't get to express what you know. And so if the girl's not strong enough, if the girl energy is not strong enough, well, it'll fold to that. Because behind that is the is the death penalty, the penalty of perjury. They call it penalty of perjury, but it's just a threat. In other words, if you dare express what you know, I'm gonna hurt you. Okay. Well, that's the ultimate universal test. To question that shit and to go up against that shit, to go up against all the pain, all the fear, all everything, go up against it to figure out what's really on the other side. What's really on the other side? Is it really heaven and hell, or is it something else? Yeah. Well, I was taught to just believe what some story was that someone told me. They say that's all there is. Say they're heaven or hell. And it wouldn't matter if I was a Buddhist or a Mohammedist or a teenager or a New Ager. Every religion has their rules. And they're expected to be believed. And if they're not, then, well, the story says if you don't believe it, well, hard times are coming for you then. It's all at the root. It's all fear. It's all fear. In other words, there's a roadblock in the way for me to figure out, to have some self-experience so that I know. Yeah, now I know. Yeah. But anyway. So, yeah, see? Fingertips. I'm expecting these fingertips to be restored. And it ain't just these fingertips being restored. It's connected to everything that was stolen from me. Everything. When I say restored, doesn't mean it's going to be put on a shelf to sell. It's just a word to use. Given back, I guess that would be more street appropriate. Yeah, give back what was taken from me. Stolen. Yeah. To be a fully conscious living organism. Fully conscious. Living in full capacity. Yeah. But it really wasn't stolen from me. That's just a popular word that's known on the street, So that, for communication purposes, Communication purposes, I suppose. As though I'm concerned that I need to communicate everything that I know to everyone, right? But that's the bad habit. That's the bad habit. The bad habit is to want to communicate and see that, do you clearly see what I see? Do you understand? Are we on some type of common ground? Do we have at least some agreement here? But, it doesn't have to. I don't have to be clear to no other living organism. I don't have to be understood at all. In fact, I've learned that I'm better off being very unclear and misunderstood. Better off being unclear and misunderstood. And to be thought of as a this and to be thought of as a that. And to be labeled and called this and all kinds of expected to be this and all that shit, But at the same time, it's just a universal roadblock that's naturally there because that's part to the growing process. So, anyway, this is a long video, 2-hour video. So, got a little more into the backstage action after the concert. I have plenty of backstage action back here, and it goes it goes front stage too when the crowd leaves, so to speak, just to play around with it. But now there's a nice long public record video that's going to be uploaded. It's going to have extra outside. Well, so this is how Russell is in the yard. So this how Russell is in the yard. More so. I like to get all this shit on the fucking record. I like to have 24-hour live fucking streaming with cameras in every fucking corner of the fucking place here. Everywhere I walk, inside and out of the house, have it live streamed and recorded 24 fucking hours a day. Everywhere the fuck where I'm at. That's the consciousness and the goal that I live toward all the fucking time. Because it goes with the theory, you know. Ain't no need for me to go around hiding shit all the time anymore. Bring it all out. So more and more, this camera happens to be pressed on record, you know. Oh, this is the way Russell is. This is the way Russell lives. There's no shame either. Confident and security, no shame. Oh, there are fear levels, fear moments, all kinds of shit, you know, because that's still part of the growing process. Or, you know, growing. until the you know certain barriers get broken through and shit like that, you know, constantly dealing with this thing called fear. And the fear is always based around, oh my God, I might get hurt. I might have to suffer some pain. Wow. You know? And being locked up in a prison with Bubba. Yeah? Be locked up in a prison with Bubba. In other words, I'll be thrown to the wolves. To be thrown to the wolves. It ain't no different from being out in the jungle and being surrounded by big predators. Whether they be a pack of hyenas, a pack of wolves, a pack of wild African dogs, you know, fucking pride of lions, you know, all kinds of shit, you know. Be thrown to the wolves. It ain't no different. It's all the same energy. Seems like it might be something different because it looks different. It's called by a different name. Instead of being in a prison with Bubba and the prison inmates, it'd be the same things, living out in the wild, and all of a sudden, here comes a pack of wild African dogs, and they're fucking hungry. And they'll eat, they like to eat the prey alive. They just all start just tearing up at it. It ain't no different. It's the same fucking thing. Looks like something different, but it's not. It's the same corporation that set up shop in a different area. Anyway, later.